Hello, everybody. We're actually going to do this on my computer today, see if it works. Week 14 press conference. Lost our bye spot, dropped all the way down to the number 4 spot. Not ideal, but it's kind of for our performances compared to earlier in the year. I think it's deserved, and compared to the two people that got a bye, I don't think they're up to those standards. So I think it's deserved. I think we deserve to be in the 4th spot, and we got to battle back to the money games now. For this week, Geno Smith, 13.3, fully came back down to earth. Hasn't really been above average since week 9. Hasn't done the ball to DK, so that stack really isn't what it was earlier in the year that I needed it to be to obviously be back at what I wanted one of my levels to be. Jesus. Will Levis, 7 points, re-injured his AC joint when he came back out in the second half. Kind of tell he didn't really want to let it loose, didn't really trust his shoulder, so he wasn't very effective, which doesn't surprise me at all. Pacheco, 7.1, picked up his work a little bit, 14 carries, 2 receptions. I think he's going to get back onto the pace, plus maybe even hopefully against the Steelers and the Browns, because they have two of the best pass rushes in the NFL. So I look to us hopefully pound the ball a little bit and Pacheco find the end zone for me again. Tank Bigsby, 12.7. ETN's been dealing with big injury issues. Trevor Lawrence is already out for the year, so Bigsby could step into a starting role, maybe fulfill a big workload for me. These last couple weeks can give me another option off the bench. CeeDee Lamb, 18.4, scores for the first time since week 8. It's 33-point performance. He's showing something, still showing that he can make plays, make touchdowns, make 6-pointers. So he has a pretty weak schedule to end the season against DB, so hopefully he can keep finding the end zone for me and keep producing. DK Metcalf, 6.9. Not sure if they're doubling him, giving him all the attention. That's why JSN's going crazy, or if JSN's just getting better and looking like he's making plays. Geno hasn't thrown the ball, which isn't ideal, so hopefully they can get back on track. Worthy, 7.1. He's going to make plays during the game, but it's to the point where he needs to start breaking them or making big plays. Still hoping for more than one deep ball touchdowns from Mahomes to Worthy for the whole year, like we saw in LA. Kittle, 18.1, threw last week out the window. Hit the 100-yard mark before halftime this week. First time he's done that in his career. He's just solidifying himself as a tight end 1 for the year. Has, a 6-pointer and a 1.2 point that are his only double-digit performances on the year. And most of them are with touchdowns, so it's a good season from 8-5. Ferguson, 4.7, late filler for Ladd on Monday night. Not a lot of choices. Below average, but again, the Cowboys offense kind of have to go through CD to be productive. Saints D, 11 points. Saints forced a job, a pick, 2 sacks, and the game-winning blocked field goal, which is always a plus. Just a second here. Cameron Dicker, 5 points, 2 extra points, and a chip shot isn't a recipe for success. Torrey Taylor, 8 points, started off with a 5-point punt, punted 5 more times. I got 3 points, so that's not very good. Chiefs D, 10 points, had a better showing than probably most expected them to. Hawkinson had 6.5, need to find himself back in the end zone. Henry, Brian Robinson Jr., and Knicks were on bye, and Dobbins and McConkey are hurt. For Nick Lowe's team, he finished off his good season, top seed, best record, second highest score, so well-deserved. Now it's a new season. Let's see if he can continue on. Without a QB2 and Cooper Rush, he beat me this week, so can't really say a lot. I didn't put up a very good performance. Charbonnet, career day. Allen had 10 points, which he hadn't had very many times this year. Brown had a big. A.J. Brown was stinky. Chase Brown was really good. Kupp and Puka had very good days. Noah Gray didn't even find the end zone, but his team has a bye now, power of choice coming out of the bye, so he's looking good for the semis. Around the NFL, Alex climbed all the way up to the 3 seed after another solid showing. Darnold drops his first 30 bomb with 5 touchdowns. Connor and Pollard have big days. Jettis shows out. His specialists have 20 points, so he did all that without 3 starters. So now he's set up. He faces Jesse first round of the playoffs, so that'll be a big... Stop crying. And that'll be a big game for him to hopefully get back into the money situation. For Owen, he finished up his regular season with how it's gone all year with a loss. Purdy looked okay. Jacobs is a monster in Green Bay, though. Neighbors and Tracy looked good for rookies in a rough game against Jacksonville. Jacksonville, New Orleans. And Kelsey's always there. He's going to have the Kelsey aura. Big performances on the bench, so it's going to give him options to take in, put in the starting lineup. So he's got to face Jackson, who's coming off a very, very, very high week, so it's going to be tough for Owen to avoid the pinnacle of the shit bowl. Jesse got his biggest win of the year, locking himself into the playoffs. Goff and Kyron scored 22. Everybody else was double digits or plus. It was a great week for him. He needed it. He needed to hold off Harrison, and that's what he did. He gets a chance now. He gets to face Alex, who's red hot. Had a very good year, but again, like I said, this is a brand new season, and nothing that happened before matters now. So it's a big week. Ryan doesn't finish how you really want to finish with 109 points and a lowest score. Everyone outside of Bijan, Judy, Janu, and his quarterbacks were pretty stinky. He's got some firepower on the bench. Had a couple people on bye this week, so it'll be interesting to see who all he puts in the lineup against myself in the first round of the playoffs. Mike gets what he deserves, finishes highest score, and completes the comeback to get the bye. I know he has some tough matchups this week too, so it's a big bye for him. Burrow and Jamar go crazy. Everyone scored in double digits except Hecker. He's proven that he's strong. He got the highest score of the year, so he wins some good money. So he gets the 2 seed. He didn't have a better record than Nick, but he'll get the leftovers, whoever Nick chooses. Parker had a good scoring week, but had no chance really against Mikey. Hurst looks back to being himself. Everyone but Mack and Ingram produced and scored in double digits, I think. So that checks out with those two. Team was chosen by Harrison to be faced in the first round of the Shit Bowl. So, like I said, a new season. You got 2 weeks to get 1 win. That's all you need to avoid a second straight sped year for Parker. Jacksonville caps off his rough year with how anyone really expected it, right? 224 points. Everyone went crazy except obviously Jaden Reed with 0 points and AJ Cole only had 2 points. So imagine if they scored in double digits, he probably would have broke the record. Very strong performance. That's what you want to probably see going into the Shit Bowl, and now he gets to face Owen. Harrison gave it his all, but really had no chance, obviously, going up against Jackson as he needed a win. I don't think he outscored Jesse quite enough to get it done anyways if he did get the win, but still would have been entertaining if he got the win. Tua and Baker are strong. Chuba and Monty are a good duo. Everybody had really good, solid performances except the Bills, who had a massive stinker against the Rams. So he'll look to rebound. He chose Parker in the Sped Bowl, so it'll be a good matchup in the first round there. For our standings to finish off the season, Nick Lowe got the bye, and Mikey also got the bye at 9-5. Nick Lowe's 11-3. Alex and Garvey are 9-5. Alex 3, Garvey 4. Ryan's the 5 seed at 8-6. Jesse's the 6 seed at 7-7. Then we got Harrison and Jackson at 5-9. Parker at 4-10, and Owen at 3-11. The power rankings from this week are the standings basically: Nick, Mikey, Alex, Garvey, Ryan, Jesse, Harrison, Jackson, Parker, Owen. And then for my playoff/Sped Bowl matchups and predictions, I have myself beating Ryan 163-145. I got Alex beating Jesse 170-138. I have Harrison beating Parker 144-129, and I have Jackson beating Owen 152-119. The buys are Nick and Mikey. Nick will have his choice. Mikey will get whoever's left next week. Good luck to everybody. It's a brand new season, brand new what's the word I'm looking for here? Prizes, brand new things to fight for. So this is when it matters. Good luck, gentlemen.